Okay, here is the video that y'all have all been asking for. Okay, most of y'all know from my inner group, like my girlfriends, my inner circle, my family members, the whole 9 yards. This is the video I've been wanting to drop for a while, but I haven't been able to due to the fact that at that time I was under a legal liability. So, back in 2023, I was involved in not one accident, but 2 accidents. Okay? I had a 2001 Ford Escort. Okay? The first accident I was involved in was the weekend of my birthday. I was in my car driving. I was on the other end of town, and the roads were wet. Me, not, at that time, not thinking about it. I had been going fast on the road, and I tried to slow down. My front of my car hit another car in the ass, and my vehicle spun and almost hit a goddamn pole. That was the first one. The second one was 8 months later. No, wait. Yeah. No. Yeah, it was 8 months later. So, September. I had just gotten done being with my ex at the time. I was with him overnight the night before, hanging out with him. I didn't forget, but we were at the bar hanging and drinking and all that. One thing led to another. We got into a big ass fight. I ended up staying over at a buddy's house. He got pissed about it, found out, and he was texting me, blowing my phone up, yada, yada, yada. So, not thinking, when he called me, I had automatically got up. I left my buddy's apartment. And this is over in Orwood. And I drove from Orwood all the way back to fucking Westchester. And I was upset. I was in tears. But I had finally calmed down. Well, halfway back to Westchester, everything was going good. I get down to the foot bottom hill of Port Union Rialto Road and Rialto Road, right there where that UDF is. It was me at the light, the truck behind me, and then there's a car that was behind this guy's truck. So this guy that was involved with me in this accident, so how it went was we were all at the light, and somehow the guy that was behind me was in a concrete asphalt truck. And he works for the company of NBIS. So the car behind him had basically, beep, beep. So he thought it meant go. He slams on the gas, rams me in my ass end, and sends my car into oncoming fucking damn traffic. Now, let me tell y'all something. Getting slammed in the ass in by a concrete asphalt truck was not good. Trust and believe me, was not good. And the moment that happened, I had to jump real quick. It scared the living daylights out of me. I had to jump real quick. I tried to back up, but it was time to go. So I swung on the other street, which was Rialto Road, going up into UDF. I had pulled into UDF parking lot. I'm on the phone with the cops and 911. I was upset. I was shaking. I was fucking crying and the whole 9 yards. Well, I had got out and viewed the back of my car. My car was fucking damaged. Like, I shit you motherfucking not. Like, the back of my whole trunk was slammed in. And I couldn't barely get it open. I couldn't do any of that. I got out. I started taking fucking pictures. I was shaking. I was crying. I was on the phone talking to my uncle. Like, hey, I was just hit in another accident. This, that, yada, yada, yada. So he asked me, did you call the cops? I said, yeah, I called the cops. So the guy from the concrete truck jumped out, and yeah, I was a little bit riled up. And he's like, hey, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm just a little bit actually jarred up. So by the time he was asking me if I was okay, here come not one Westchester cop, not two Westchester cops, but 3 cops. And down there, them cops, I give them mad respect. They're really decent cops. They're nice. They're down to earth, the whole 9 yards. So at that time, I was insured with my uncle, and they said, hey, do you have insurance? You know, this, that. I showed them my driver's license, told them that the car is registered at the time in my uncle's actual name. And I said, yes, I have insurance, the whole 9 yards. And the guy told the cop, I heard him tell the cop that he was at fault because he wasn't actually paying attention. And if you know the fucking laws in Ohio, if you hit somebody in the ass, you're automatically at fault. And so at that moment, I didn't have any injuries because my body was very badly jarred up. And so I didn't think nothing of it. I drove home. So my uncle comes out of the house and views the damages. He takes pictures. We're on the phone with the insurance company. We're talking and we're trying to get everything, you know, all in order. So we send over the pictures and this and that. So the very next morning, I get up and my whole body was killing me. Like my back was so fucked up, I could barely walk. I was badly hurt. I had to call up to my work. I had to call off because I couldn't barely move. And so I called my doctor that day, got in with him. I told him, you know, hey, this is what happened. So they opened a injury thing on me. So I had to go through months of, you know, body massages, electromagnetic therapy, all kinds of shit. So the first lawyer that I called about the whole injury case was OAL, O'Connor, Atrani, and Levy. Now, let me tell y'all something. They had the case for less than half a year. And they would call me every 30 days or every 45 days. But then it kept going up to higher and higher and higher. So I wasn't getting no calls, no emails, no nothing. So me and my uncle, we kept getting aggravated with it. So I call Jones and Cannon and Law. And I highly recommend these lawyers because they did an awesome job with my case. They got to the brunt of it, the whole 9 yards. And in the process of working with Jones and Cannon and Law, the auto adjuster comes out to look at my vehicle. And he was like, oh, there's like $6,000 worth of damage. This car is a total loss. Plus, not knowing he counted the damage from the accident back in June, which that had nothing to even do with it. And he told the insurance company that there was like $25,000 worth of damage and this and that. So the insurance company wanted to total it out. To come and get the car, me, sign over, the whole 9 yards. So we told the insurance company, hell no. So I drove the car for 2.5 years afterwards. And so when I started working with Jones, Cannon, and Law, they took it from one chapter to another chapter to another chapter. In the process of it, this is where it takes a weird twist. I was on my way to work one morning, and it was cold, it was rainy, and all this and all that. So I was flipped out. I'm calling my uncle. I was like, hey, my vehicle is not working. It's not doing this, not doing that. So I called fucking Dan AAA. So the guy comes out. It's pouring down rain. Luckily enough, I was able to pull on the side of the fucking road in time. So he's like, yeah, let me get you on a fucking this, you know. And I told him, I said, I'm supposed to go to work. I'm running late and this and this and that. And so he was like, where do you want to have it, you know, fucking towed to? And when I was on my way to my boy's lot, which is my boy Dana, he works in Heronville. So when we got to the lot, my uncle was on his way there. I get out. This motherfucker who towed my vehicle, which he works for the company, basically, of Elite. Now, I'm not down talking Elite. I'm not complaining about Elite, but this guy in particular, he's like jerking and jerking and jerking like the fucking tow truck bed. Not knowing I'm sitting in the fucking damn front of it. And this motherfucker lets my car go flying off the tow truck bed. So when we were at my boy's lot getting it off the fucking back of the bed, my driver's side door clips a fucking Cadillac Escalade that was already there in the fucking lot. So I'm like, he was like, ma'am, I hit your door. I'm so sorry. Yada, yada, yada. Here's my information. Da, 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 da. And I said, I'll just wait in my car. So I told my uncle when he got there, I said, my door's all jacked up. He's like, what are like you talking about? I said, the damn tow truck driver, he fucked my door up and it hit a Cadillac Escalade. He's like, you gotta be fucking joking. I was like, no. And so he picked me up. I went to work. I was so aggravated that whole fucking day. A couple days later, we finally called my boy Dana. He gets to the lot. He's checking out the Cadillac Escalade, checking out the damage on my door, let alone just to get that car back up and running, which was my '01 Escort. It was going to be over $15,000 just to get it back up. And so I told Dana, I said, I don't know about that. The door's already jacked up. I mean, I don't know. So I had a couple days off work. So I go to my boy's lot, and thank God he did not charge me. And he's like, so what are we going to do about this? I said, probably take it to a junkyard, because that's the only thing I know. And so he agreed to. He's like, you know what? We got to get this done. So we take it to a junkyard and fucking just hold it. But we also got money for the fucking door. And I showed everybody that's in my inner group the picture of the door. So not only did 2023 be my worst year in my life, it was the toughest year in my life. So yeah. Pretty fucked up.